Hello, 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 everybody, 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 everybody. What's cracking? What's happening? What's going on? How is everybody doing? Guys, people of the sea, people of the astronauts, people of everywhere. Today, the world has lost its mind. So have I. Be open-minded, guys. Be open-minded. Oh, sure, be open-minded. When you come to my channel, I need you to realize I am talking about the world. I talk about the world, talk about my aspects of the world, talk about how I see the world, and basically just kind of vent. Talk, vent. I don't know, whichever you choose your path. But yeah, that's my channel. So if you don't like it, you can skip a do. That's up to you. That's just a disclaimer. With that being said, here we go. Guys, oh, I can tell you, the world has lost its mind. I mean, I think humanity in general has just lost its mind, making me lose my mind. But that's also a part of the fact and the sensation of life. This is what life is about. Figuring out yourself, figuring out the world, figuring out what path you're taking, what path you're going to take. So, makes sense. But sometimes I just get a little bit too riled up because the world just making no sense. By the way, guys, it is not dark outside. It is, I have already put away Paku's cage and the closet, and it looks so much different in here. So remember, if y'all seen Paku's cage in the last episode, you'll see where it's at, but we're going to be opening the curtains soon. Surely, but surely, whatever. But yeah, let's continue, guys. The way I see the world is a lot of education needs to be done. A lot of things in this world have changed. For I don't know if it's the good, the better, the worse. Kids these days, they do not know, well, maybe some. I can't speak on all. And there's Gogur going in the back. Kids these days do not know too much about respect. There's very little kids that really do. Back in the days, all kids used to have a lot of respect. And they would say, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, thank you. Like, the respect of back in the days is different from now these days, respect from kids. And that tells you a lot about this world we're living in now. Now, I understand back in the days it used to be so much different, guys, so much different. And I could speak on that behalf because, I mean, I saw a couple of things in my past life, I guess. But it doesn't kind of add up to why we have, well, it kind of adds up, I can say that, why we have the society we have today. I cannot be like, I don't even know how to even word it, but I just, it's just kind of difficult to live in this universe now. Go group. So this universe, literally, we have a lot of missed gaps, misinformation, in every department. In every department, people don't know about street living. You know, people don't know about living in a rich society, in a rich field. People don't know about a whole bunch of stuff, science, religious. Like, there's so much to understand about life. It's not even funny. And all depends on what path you take. I'm not saying absorb everything and try to be everybody, a scientist or whatever, you know. I'm just trying to say that This is why we have a lot of gaps in this world. I saw one TikTok video one time about, how it's kind of hard to say. Oh, give me a sec. We're opening the curtains. I'll show you. It's a little dirty right here because of the cage where it used to sit. But this is what it looks like right now. That's where Paco's cage used to be. Well, let me get this off my chest. This is hilarious to me. I guess, like I said, the world has changed. And it's lost its marbles all over the place. But one of my homies said something about that. Well, I usually have this talk from homies about if they want kids or not. And the majority of men don't want kids. And the majority of women don't want kids these days. And it's crazy to believe how many people are like this because they could care less because they're in a point in time of their life that they're not ready. And I've known so many people over the age of 35. And it's all like, and coming from my perspective, I'm all like, from it being a male, you would think the male would have this indecency to be like, I want to continue on my legacy. And it's all like, sometimes it'd be mixed emotions between people. Now, me in general, I've never saw myself with kids. And I didn't like kids. And I hate kids. Like, I only hate certain kids. And this is why I went over with him. And I said, yeah, I don't necessarily hate all kids. There's some good kids. And it's like, I like educated kids. Now, I'm not saying I'm standing my standards freaking high. I am standing my standards high. And it's all like, kids that are educated, yeah, they could become something really bad in the future. But at least I knew I did my part to make them educated about most of the stuff in this world. Because school doesn't really teach you about this world. After you graduate high school, that's when life comes in. They don't teach you any of this in school. Most of the schools. Don't get me wrong. Back in the day when I was in school, they did teach me a little bit about life, such as doing your own income taxes, record keeping, bookkeeping. I don't even think they have that in this world anymore in school. Like, to be honest, I don't have a kid in school. I don't know a kid in school. But every time I talk about school with a kid, they're like, huh? And it's like, it's another dimension. Like, they forget. And that's where I think I made a video about that, about how you don't remember anything that it was taught in school. And I feel like it's another dimension. You're in another dimension. Like, a kid get out of school, you ask them what they learned today, half of the kids be like, I don't remember. And it's all like, what the F? And it's all like, golly, this world, it has lost its marbles too. But education is a very big role in this society, in this field. And it's just, and then I think I had a talk with another homie about, oh no, it's the same homie. He said, I don't like kids, I don't want kids, I like dogs. And he referenced dogs. And he referenced what dog I like. And I chose the Belgian, I chose a purebred German Shepherd, and then I chose, I think it was a wolf dog and maybe a pit bull, and basically working dogs. And the reason why I say that is because the world has lost its mind, guys. Because now dogs are so So not dogs. If that even makes sense. Dogs used to be working dogs. They were meant for work in the beginning. Now human has evolved dogs over time to be little wusses. And it's so like, and now dogs have evolved so much that it's like it's a companionship. Um, and it's so like it's more it's kind of hard to put my finger on it, but it's more like dogs are not the same anymore. The evolution has evoluted them to humans and feelings basically. So humans and feelings, that's the way they feel. Humans need to feel comfort, joy, happiness. A dog fulfills that joy, happiness, comfort. Back in the days, dogs didn't make anybody feel any sort of way like that. Back in the days, dogs were made for hunting and herding and like hunting, herding, working, you know, doing things of that nature. And guard dogs. You cannot go to a shelter and say, I want a guard dog. No, because now everybody's got an open heart to where it's like it's a natural appliance to say that's a puppy and it's cute and it's going to be your companionship and it's going to help you emotionally. Because that's how humans evolved animal species, if you think about it. Like, yeah, I shouldn't have owned a chinchilla. I should not own a chinchilla. But in my reference, and the way I was thinking was like everybody else. Oh, it's an animal that nobody has. An animal that is so cute. That is so fluffy. But in reality, I shouldn't be owning this. This animal should be out in the wilderness living its enjoyable life. And same thing goes for zoos. Now, to get me wrong, guys, I understand kids need education on animals and how they live life, but I can't even fathom right now. It's 110 degrees where I freaking live. I couldn't even fathom on how the animals at the zoo even feel. I mean, oh my goodness. And I understand, like, education. I understand that completely, but it's like, are we the problem? Are we actually the problem that society has? Hello, welcome in. Because I saw a video too on I think it was on Instagram or something of that nature of a lion and a male lion and a female lion just kind of like going at it, you know, and then the little cub. And it's so like, I understand this is for education. I understand, but you're telling me that it's wrong. Well, basically, I have mixed emotions at this point. But you're breeding in captivity? It's wild to me that zoos breed in captivity due to, oh, the species might be running out, so we got to keep the species going. But at the same time, you're not supposed to let a wild animal out. If that lion was to go out in the wilderness, he wouldn't know how to. This makes me a mixed emotions, guys. Be open-minded. That wild animal that they keep in captivity, let's go with lion. They cannot have it go out into the wilderness because it doesn't know how to live in the wilderness because they kept it in captivity all this time, its life. But yet, we go against the fact that when a lion attacks a human, we say, oh, it's just the way the lion is, and you know, the lion captivity and like all these little balls of emotions, and it's all like, It's a wild animal. Exactly. It's a wild animal. So why can't, if it has that wild animal instinct, why can't we just, physically take them out of the zoo and put them out there? They got to rely on humans? No, they will fight for themselves. It's a wild animal. If you're telling me the wild animal is going to attack a human, it still has that indecency to be wild of nature and do its natural thing. So I personally say the world is going crazy as well as me, because that's my thinking. But anyways, let me open the curtain out, the other one real quick. But yeah, I'm on a rampage right now. Be open-minded. This one hits a little bit hard too, for people. If I lose people, that's on y'all guys. This is my channel. I am gonna say what I want to say, and also this is what it looks like. That's where Paco's cage used to be. But I want to say this is kind of pisses me off too. Is that here in America they want to bring back or bring in learning the Bible. Ooh, guys, y'all know how I feel about religious beliefs. If you're here, then maybe you don't know. But this is gonna be a little wild one. I suggest, be open-minded when coming to my channel. Now, I have a little respect for that. Because I know when we're kids, guys, we're vulnerable to everything. They tell us the tooth fairy is real. We believe them. They tell us Santa Claus is real. Bunny is real. We believe them. We're vulnerable. So we used to say the Pledge of Allegiance with a biblical statement in there. And it's all like, now they want to teach this. It is crazy. Because, yeah, that is so wrong. Because there's a lot of families out there that are not with the Bible itself. Now, different religious beliefs are different. I feel like they should not do that. But yet, they want to do that to make a statement, because everybody has a religious belief. If you go to, I hate to name these names, but it's true. If you go to Rome, they have their own religious beliefs. If you go to Italy, they have their own religious beliefs. Korea, they have their own religious beliefs. Like, everybody has their own religious beliefs at a certain culture, because that's their culture, that they're designed. But here in America, we're kind of like, I don't want to go too far with it because it just pisses me off. But the fact that we're drowning people in religion is crazy to believe. I believe I said this in my last live stream, about how I believe in myself than anything else. I believe truly in myself. The Bible is nothing but a journal, and I hate to tell you that. If you're religious and coming on my channel, I already told you, be open-minded. But you gotta understand, those people were living on this earth once. They were living on this earth once. They wrote down what their statement was. They wrote down in the book. And it's just like, people are so educated. This world has lived millions of lives, like millions of decades, guys. We're living on this planet. There's a whole bunch, like, scientists have not been scientists for very long. I just want to let you know that. I mean, in general, we don't know how long this world has been, but according to scientists, this world has been living 24 point something billion years already. And the fact that people get into religious is crazy in a way. It's like it's just all over the place. And I just want to kind of touch up on that because I'm like, the world has lost its mind because they don't know, people don't know whether to believe, to not believe. People don't know what path to take in religions, and they feel like being forced. A lot of people are forcing people to be in religion. And it's just like, the world has gone nuts. Because when all chaos breaks loose, guys, I understand you turn to a religion because you don't know what to turn to. It's natural. It's human nature to feel unsafe in a certain way. And it's just like in Colombia, guys, people, well, everywhere, I can't just distinguish Colombia, but this just happened. An earthquake just happened in Colombia. And it's all like people just automatically just bam on religion. The world is coming to an end. The world is coming to an end. And it's just like, and I'm zooming in and out trying to figure things out. Like, the world's not coming to an end, guys. The world is shifting. Those are tectonic plates underneath are shifting. We're irritating this world. Do not see that. Like, oh my God. And it's all like, I don't know. I guess I got that kind of mindset to where it's all like, bro, am I losing my marbles? Or are they losing their marbles? Or has the whole world lost their marbles? The world lost their mind? Did I lose my mind? Are they losing their mind because they're thinking about this, the end of the world right now and stuff? When I'm thinking clearly that the world is... I'm just being all over the place, eh? Because I feel like I have lost my marbles too in the process. This is what it looks like for the Fool. That's where Paco's cage used to be. But guys, there's so much education that needs to be in this world that's not even funny. I try my hardest to, vent out and talk on this channel, and I know people have seen, my stuff and are watching and stuff. Maybe some agree, some don't disagree. I don't know, but I feel like I just need to come up on this world and then tell them that please be open-minded to the universe, because I believe in the universe itself. I believe in myself. I'm not turning to a religion to help and guide me. I'm doing it myself. And that's coming from my belief in myself. They call it humanism. That's what it's called. And a lot of people put themselves down all the time, and that's where it goes south. And so it's all like, there's a lot to think about in this world. Science, the religious beliefs, the way the world structured, the way the world is. We're living on this planet. We gotta, like, it's a rocky planet. Like right now, for instance, I think it's August 12th. Supposedly we're going to have a meteor shower. We're going to have an eclipse or something of that nature. And we're going to lose gravity for 7 seconds. And they're like, everybody just turns to religion so quick. Like, it's crazy because it's all like, oh my God, the end of the world's coming. They said this in the Bible, blah, 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 blah. Proven facts of the Old Testament, the old things that were said, the Egyptians, guys. The Egyptians were basically, they were first, guys. Are the ones that actually try to figure out this world and how it's going to be and how it's going to, like, play out. So if anything, props to them. because they be putting stuff on stones underground that it's all like, wow, you know. So again, it's all like, I respect everybody's beliefs, I respect everybody's religion, and I'm just saying that in my perspective. I just saw something terribly stupid in my eyes, but maybe some to none. I don't know. This is kind of more of like a rampage kind of me going on. I kind of want to just stay here for a little bit longer to 31 minutes because my time is up a little bit. But I saw a post today on Instagram. Now, I go to car meets all the time. Car meets are called different names. Car Society, Coffee and Cars, Cars and Coffee, Cars in the Morning, and Cars. But this is the first time I've ever seen this. Maybe has had happened, but this is the first time. This event is called Cars and Bible. Have I lost my mind, or has the world lost their mind? I am so confused. Oh. Oh my God. What? Cars and Bible. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't understand. Oh my God. It took me off a chain. I commented on there saying, "Oh brother," and then the person ended up question mark, and they're like, "What's the issue here?" And I said, "There's no issue. It's just like, what, you know, where do we come up with this?" So we're taking cars and journals together. It's all like, what? I'm so confused. Like, and the way he put it too about, it's a Christian car meet. Like, oh my God. As far as I'm concerned, car meets have a lot. Well, car meets in general now are different. It used to be about cars enthusiasts back in the days. This is back in the days. It used to be nothing but car enthusiasts. Stick with me, guys. Now, my heart breaks so much for this. Now, car meets have so much ego. Oh my God. I'm crashing out. Car meets have so much ego now, it's not even funny. And it pisses me off. It's all like, my car is faster, your car is slow, you put a turbo on that, ha 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 ha. And it's all like, oh my goodness, guys. The car meets are not the same anymore. And then on top of that, they're doing some post stuff that doesn't even make sense. That they're, you know, I understand the hype, the adrenaline and stuff, but at the same time, like, what? I don't know, man. The world has lost its mind. I'm just like, so you're telling me that person with that Porsche is not going to sin and not going to go fast and going to obey the speed limit and not rev its engine? You're telling everybody that, you're like, I don't want to, how do we even know? And that's why I put that laughing emoji, like, I have lost my mind too. Like, what? Okay. I feel like I need a vodka shot after that. Guys, we have no idea in this world how this world is even evolving into this world. Like, that topped it off. That needs a cheers. Cars and the Bible. That I cannot even fathom seeing that. I really can't. So you're telling me all those people don't do sins, and the thing is, the culture of Christianity has changed 1,000%. And I dare one person, I dare one person to talk trash in the comments on my comment. Because I'm going to be like, you're sinning too? Because aren't Christians supposed to be like not hateful? And it's all like, this is a new world of society and Christians and Catholics, and like a person could case someone or do bad things and do, just in general, do bad things. Go to church on on Sunday. Look, I don't even know. But go to church on Sunday and ask for forgiveness is just wild to me. And not talking trash on the internet and hurting people's feelings. Oh my God, the world has lost its mind. I think I have to. uh, We cannot have nice things around here without something. Oh, like, it's just a part of living, a part of life that I have to consume too. And sometimes it's really hard for me to consume this stuff. Like, it really is. When I see a French bulldog, when I see a husky, I get automatically pissed off. Because a French bulldog was hunting back in the days. A husky was for working and pulling sleds back in the days. Now we have evolved these dogs into 120-degree weather for our convenienceness, for our sorrow. And we cannot. It's just like back in the days, we used to leave dogs outside. That's where they used to be. They used to be guard dogs. There used to be dogs that will be outside in the heat. Yeah, caring, us, loving has like brought us to a different perspective in this world. And I'm not saying be heartless, because that's what it kind of sounds like. Just throw your dog outside and not care for it. Back in the days, they used to do that. Back in the days, they used to do a whole bunch of stuff that is illegal now. It is crazy to believe. And also, guys, this makes no sense. I'm trying to make sure my battery don't die, as far as my phone not overheating. But banning THC, banning the W. Come on. This world has lost its marbles, has lost its mind. What? But yet people can run around with these I can't say on the internet, but these pew-pews, and people can run around drunk. Make it make sense. Bars can have parking lots filled with people. Bars can have people go into them and have people consume alcohol and let people drive while intoxicated. Make it make sense. It's just like one time I got pulled over, and it's the stupidest thing too, because I knew the cop was watching. I'm at a Buffalo Wild Wings. They know people have drinks there too. They are ready. And it's all like, golly, we are being trapped in this world and we don't even know it, guys. That's how life works. And it's just crazy because the outcome of your mindset has a lot to do with it. And I'm just saying this from an open mind perspective. I I drink my H2O. I came from a background history again of Christianity because I was young and vulnerable. We're young, we're vulnerable. We believe everything our parents say. We have no choice. So coming out from that, I'm not saying religion is bad. It helps people. It helps different types of people. But sometimes you do have to put that aside and figure out the world itself. And it's just, it kind of frustrating because that's the person I am. And I put that aside. Religious works on a whole bunch of ends. If I ever do turn religious or anything of that above, that's crazy. And I believe a lot more in Hinduism and spiritual mindset, because I do believe you can create energy if you can do so. And that's just me. I'm a very spiritual person. You can conduct energy around you. You can conduct that feeling. Just put your mind to it and you can do it. And it's all like, if you understood that, thank you. Because not a lot of people don't understand energy types, energy fields. But yeah, I think this world has lost its mind. And I have too. There's a lot that makes no sense. And a lot that does. And a lot for some people to understand. But I hope maybe I help somebody in this universe understand just as much as I do. You know, I try to be there for people in general. I want to help people out in this world. I have found myself in this world. I want to help others. I'm not trying to put my self-consciousness and be like, oh, everybody's bad, everybody blah, 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 or put people down. I understand the nature of bringing out of context, basically. There's a lot of people in this world that think differently, actually differently, and bring things out of context that make no sense. You can tell a person one thing and then they get either butthurt or they could care less. That's why I need to have open-minded people around me. And I have seen one disopen-minded, I don't even know what to call it, but one person that I know at the bar that I felt like that person took it out of context, where it became a big problem at my bar, the one I go to. And so I have to clear things up as a grown adult, as a person that understands others and how they feel and how one person could take things out of context. So I did my thing, cleared the air, because nowhere in sight should people feel a certain way because of somebody's emotions. That's why I need open-minded people in my life. Now I know that person's not open-minded. So there. And it's all like, we got all these touchy-feely people. Oh, these little touchy-feely people. But it's all like, can we just be open-minded, guys? Can we stop getting butthurt on me telling you something about religious or your animal? Like, one time I met this guy with this friend. Well, I didn't meet him, but I conveniently interacted with him at the vet, and he had the French Bulldog. And I said, you know, those dogs get stolen all the time, so you better watch out. He looked at me like I was crazy, but that's the facts. That's the facts. Why are these people breeding these dogs when they're not for working? They're just for comfort. Oh, I don't understand. And they charge a whole arm and a leg. Those dogs are so-called quotation worth like, let's just lowball. I'm gonna do a lowball. This probably worth more. A French bulldog, let's say $3,000, $1,500, depending on the breed. Why are we breeding these dogs? We're not working their dogs. They're not working dogs. Why is my mind focused on that? Because everybody wants a self-conscious thing to be around them. Why are you paying $1,000, over $1,000 for a dog? For an emotional support? Oh my God! That's what us humans are for. We're supposed to support each other. Some people cannot understand humans either. They're like, I see so many times where it's all like, a lot of the times it's all like, I'd rather be with animals than be with humans. And it's all like, well, because that's your mindset and saying and covering up, sugarcoating life, basically. Just sugarcoating life. They rather spend time with an animal than spend time with a human being, because human beings can talk back, because human beings have a different mindset. Animals don't. Animals are not going to talk back. They're just going to appreciate you being there. They're going to, like, it's shit. Oh my God. So if you're with me with all this, guys, thank you for watching. But there's so much to this world, so much going on in this mind. Please understand, this universe has been around for decades, many years. Many, many, many years. And understand the concept of religion. Understand the concept of life itself, science, and every proven, non-proven, proven and proven, non-proven facts about life itself. The mindset of others. The mindset of yourself. You know, understand why people are in their position right now. What are they doing to themselves to be in that position, whether it's good or bad? I've seen a TikTok. I really don't want to go too further much into this, but y'all know how I feel about homelessness. But it's all like, I saw a TikTok on 2 homeless men, and they were enjoying themselves. They were basically had their covers, their stuff, and they had a beatbox, and I don't know what else they had. But it's all like, they were listening to music, enjoying life. And then it's all like, are we living wrong? Is the question. Are we living wrong? Because I'm over here working. I'm going to just put out there 40-hour shifts. Yes, people, don't go ego on me. I work 60 hours. I work 70 hours. I don't sleep at all. I'm going to put 40 hours to pay for my bills. The lights, the electricity, my internet, my insurance, my car, people's car notes and stuff. We pay for groceries. We pay for this. We pay for that. We pay for taxes. So are we living wrong? Or are the homeless people living the right way? But again, y'all know how I feel about homeless people. A lot of homeless people choose to be homeless for that particular reason. They don't want nothing to do with society. They don't want to pay property taxes. They're living their life. Is that how we should be living? Is the question. But anyways, whew, 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 I got hot. But the world has lost its mind, and so have I. Be open-minded, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. And let me know in the comment section down below, how do you feel about the society? How do you feel about religion? How do you feel about this world in general? How do you feel about my statement of this world? Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.